At first glance, this car battery looks like it has almost no hope left. The two terminals are heavily oxidized, and dirt is covering it so much that it looks like it has been forgotten for years. But I have never believed that appearance can tell the whole story. If you want to know whether a battery can still be saved, do not rush to charge it, and do not rush to take it apart. Start by cleaning it thoroughly, because what appears afterward may surprise you more than you expect. First, place the car battery into a stainless steel tray to keep dirty water from spilling everywhere. Next, sprinkle baking soda onto the two battery terminals, especially the areas with heavy oxidation. Spray a little water so the baking soda can start reacting with the acid still stuck on the surface. At this point, use a brush to scrub carefully around the two terminals and the small gaps. Everyone look at this. After just a few minutes, a lot of the dirt and oxidation has already come off. After that, rinse it again with clean water, then dry the entire top of the battery with a towel. But a clean outside still does not prove anything, because the most important part is not on this outer shell, but deep inside the battery. Now let's test whether this battery still has power. I connect a light bulb to the two terminals of the battery to check it with a real load. The light bulb does not turn on at all. However, to make sure the light bulb is not damaged, I test it again with another good battery. As soon as the wires touch the two terminals, the light bulb turns on right away. So the light bulb is still working normally. The real problem is with the battery I just picked up. Next, check more carefully with a multimeter. Place the red probe on the positive terminal and the black probe on the negative terminal of the battery I just picked up. Everyone look at this. No voltage appears. But to be more certain, I test another good battery. This time the meter shows voltage clearly. So the meter is not wrong, and the light bulb is not damaged either. This battery really does have a serious problem. But there is still one last chance, and that is to check inside. Now I will open the battery caps to see what condition the inside is in. This step must be done very carefully because there may still be acid and dangerous dirt inside. When looking into the cells, the fluid level inside has dropped quite a lot. There is also a lot of sediment settled at the bottom. At this point, everything is starting to become clearer. The battery is not only weak, but the inside is also dirty and badly worn down. Now, carefully pour out the old liquid. Wear gloves so the liquid does not touch your skin because there may still be acid inside. Do not do this if the battery is leaking swollen cracked or has a strange smell. Next, rinse the inside of the battery with distilled water. Do not use tap water because impurities in the water can affect the internal plates. Pour distilled water into each cell, just enough to carry out the remaining sediment. Then gently shake the battery a few times. There is no need to shake too hard. Just let the water move through the small spaces inside. Now, pour the dirty water out. Once the first layer of sediment has been removed, I will mix a little baking soda with distilled water. About 2 small spoons is enough, then stir until it dissolves. Make sure to do this step in a well-ventilated area. Wear gloves and avoid splashing the liquid onto your skin. Next, slowly pour this mixture into the cells of the battery. As soon as the liquid touches the old sediment, everyone look at this. The foam starts bubbling up very strongly. This is the reaction happening with the acid and dirt still stuck inside. After that, carefully pour the dirty water out. Continue rinsing again with distilled water. While I'm doing this, leave a comment and tell me what country you are from. I'm really curious to know how far my content has reached. After the inside of the battery has been rinsed cleaner, now I will add new battery acid into each cell. This step must be done very carefully. Always wear gloves and avoid splashing the liquid outside. Pour slowly. Do not overfill it. Just fill it to the proper level needed. Once the new liquid is inside the battery, wipe the entire opening and body of the battery clean. This is the moment when the battery starts to have a chance to come back. Now I use silicone to seal around the edge of the cap, helping reduce the chance of liquid leaking out during use. Apply an even thin layer. There is no need to use too much, just enough to cover the gaps. After that, use tape to temporarily hold the cap in place. Keep the cap from shifting while the silicone dries. Now, bring the battery to the charger and test it. This is the moment that decides whether it still has a chance to recover. Plug in the charger and watch it carefully during the first few minutes. If the battery gets unusually hot or shows any sign of leaking, stop immediately. After about 3 hours of charging, I will check it again with the multimeter. Everyone look at this. The voltage has returned. Now we need to test it with a real load using a light bulb. Connect the two wires to the two terminals of the battery. And surprisingly, the light bulb turns on. I never expected a battery thrown away outside like this to be able to work again. Spray a little WD-40. Use a brush to gently scrub away the remaining oxidation. Next, clean the battery's indicator eye as well, so it is easier to observe the condition inside. Just a few small steps. But everyone look at this. The battery already looks much cleaner, but stopping here would be a little wasteful. I will use this battery right away to try another trick. Now, I take a section of bicycle chain that is heavily rusted. I want to test whether the battery we just restored can help clean off this rust. First, connect the wire to the chain to create a contact point. Next, mix a little salt water with WD-40 in the tray. Stir it well so the salt dissolves, because this solution will help the current pass through more easily. Now, place the chain into the tray. After that, connect power from the battery to the position we prepared. Once everything is stable, we will start to see a reaction happening around the chain. And this is exactly the moment I want to test whether the rust can really be knocked loose. After a while, a clear reaction starts appearing around the chain. Bubbles rise up, the water changes color. Now take the chain out and wipe each section carefully with a towel. After that, spray a little more WD-40 to push out moisture and help the metal surface look cleaner. And the rust slowly separates from the metal surface. If you rush to replace a battery with a new one, it can cost you a good amount of money. But sometimes, with just a little patience, we can still restore it at a very low cost. So don't rush to throw anything away before checking it. Who knows, something you think is scrap might still have a lot of value left. If you enjoy seeing old things restored like this, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel right now. And leave a comment telling me what you want me to try saving next.